Good afternoon. I'm Melinda Pettigrew, Dean of the School of Public Health, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you today to the Class of 2025 Commencement Celebration. I am thrilled that we have such a beautiful day to welcome all of you, including those joining us via the live webcast. Given the geographic diversity of our student body, our graduates have families and friends watching from all over the world. During today's ceremony, I invite you all to celebrate with us on social media by tagging us in your photos at UMN SPH. Faculty, you're also invited to join in the online congratulations and to help spread the news about this year's extraordinary graduating class. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge that the School of Public Health at the University of Minnesota Twin Cities is built within the traditional homelands of the Dakota people. Minnesota comes from the Dakota name for this region, Minnesota Makoche, which loosely translates to the land where the waters reflect the skies. It is important to acknowledge the peoples on whose land we live, learn, and work. To improve and strengthen our relations with tribal nations, we also acknowledge that words are not enough. We must ensure that our institution provides support, resources, and programs that increase access to all aspects of higher education for our American Indian students, staff, faculty, and community members. Our students' commencement celebrations remind faculty why we chose a career in higher education and in public health. You, our students, came here from all over the globe for the education, mentoring, and training that you'll need to make the world a better place. We are honored to have been your partners and guides as you launch and grow your careers. We know that this has been a challenging year for public health. Many of you may be feeling uncertain about the future. You may be questioning whether now is the right time to pursue a career in the field or wondering how to navigate what lays ahead. I want to say this clearly. I would not be standing here today if I didn't believe that your work and your voices matter, now more than ever. Public health isn't just a profession, it's a way of seeing the world. It's about community, it's about prevention, equity, systems, and solutions. Your skills are deeply vital and deeply needed across many sectors and settings. This moment calls for creativity, courage, flexibility, and resilience. And I believe we will rise to meet these challenges together because that's what public health does. We show up for one another. We draw strength from our communities, and we do the hard work. We do it together because we know lasting change is never accomplished alone. This is a field that is rooted in collaboration and in the belief that progress is possible when we pool our talents, when we lift each other up and stay committed to something bigger than ourselves. Today marks a major milestone for our students as they forge the future that they want for themselves and for others. And this year we celebrate an exciting first, the graduation of our inaugural class of undergraduate students. For more than 80 years, we have prepared some of the most influential leaders in the field, and today we will award almost 250 degrees to our students who will go on to transform the way public health is practiced around the world. In your commencement program, you'll see that some students are identified as members of the Delta Omega Honorary Society in Public Health. This society was founded in 1924, and there are now more than 100 chapters throughout the U.S. and abroad. Our Pi chapter has more than 900 students, faculty, and alumni members. Membership in Delta Omega reflects an individual's dedication to increasing the quality of our field, as well as the protection and advancement of health for all people. Members are chosen through a selective process that considers their outstanding performance and devotion to the field. This year's Delta Omega nominations exemplified academic and professional excellence, innovation, and impactful research, an unwavering commitment to health equity, and deep leadership and community engagement. One nominee wrote, "Public health isn't just a career for me, it's a calling to act with both rigor and compassion to advance the well-being of all people." Another nominee wrote, "My focus has remained the same, bridging gaps between data and the lives behind them." Congratulations to this year's student inductees. 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 We have a wonderful celebration planned for today. Many thanks to everyone who contributed to this important event. First, let me introduce you to those on stage. When I call your name, please stand so that we can recognize you. Representing the University of Minnesota Board of Regents, Co-Vice Chair Douglas A. Hipsch, please stand. This year's University Mace Bearer and School of Public Health Alumni Society Board Representative, Susan Leppke, class of 2007. Representing the University of Minnesota Office of the Executive Vice President and Provost, Vice Provost and Dean Scott Lanyon. And from the School of Public Health, Associate Dean of Education and Student Engagement, Betsy Wattenberg. Associate Dean for Research, Nancy Sherwood. Associate Dean for Faculty Affairs, Lynn Eberly. Regents Professor Mike Osterholm. Dean Emeritus John Finnegan, and former Interim Dean Tim Beebe. Our 2025-26 SPH Student Senate President, Hope Nixon. And Class of 2025 Student Speaker, Mary Kosuth. Mary is a PhD candidate in environmental health. Our faculty come to us from backgrounds in more than 24 fields of graduate study, including anthropology, chemistry, engineering, mathematics, medicine, microbiology, psychology, and sociology, giving our students incredible insights into the opportunities to improve public health. Let's turn and recognize our division leadership now. As I name you, please stand and remain standing. Those of you in the audience, hold your applause, please, until I get through the list. Professor and Head of the Division of Environmental Health Sciences, Bruce Alexander. Professor and Head of the Division of Biostatistics and Health Data Science, Joe Koopmeiners. Professor and Interim Head of the Division of Epidemiology and Community Health, Lisa Harnick. Professor and Head of the Division of Health Policy and Management, Jean Abraham. Unfortunately, Jean is unable to attend today. And we have faculty representing each of the divisions on stage today. Faculty of the school, would you please stand so we can recognize you? These faculty members are dedicated to equipping our students to respond to the world's most pressing public health issues. Our faculty and students are committed to having an immediate and long-lasting impact on our communities. That commitment isn't just reflected in their research or fieldwork, it shows up in their everyday acts of care and humanity. For example, earlier this year, a small plane tragically crashed into the Brooklyn Park home of SPH Professor Mary Butler, causing a devastating fire. Though she and her family escaped unharmed, they lost their homes and belongings. In response, students in the Public Health 4202 class raised more than $600 in support. Their compassion and generosity remind me that the future of public health is in the hands of people who lead with empathy and integrity. We need that kind of leadership now more than ever. That same spirit of commitment and purpose drives our students' academic journeys as well. This year, four School of Public Health students, Aishwara Shuravunan, Atika Bashari, Rama Abufor, and Taiwo Arimu, all received the 2025 President's Student Leadership and Service Award. This prestigious university award recognizes students who lead with integrity, who serve with intention, and create meaningful impact across campus and beyond. We are proud of their accomplishments and grateful for the powerful example they've set for public health leadership. And, as I already mentioned, we're especially proud to celebrate the graduation of our inaugural class of undergraduate public health students, 18 trailblazers who have already demonstrated their passion for equity, service, and innovation in countless ways. Our Bachelor of Arts graduates will go on to work in fields such as community health, environmental health, emergency preparedness, health policy, nutrition, epidemiology, healthcare, government administration, and much more. Our Master of Public Health graduates will shape public policy, develop evidence-based programs and outreach, and will work in public health agencies, non-governmental organizations, healthcare, and community settings. Our Master of Science graduates have gained critical skills in big data access, management, and analytics. They'll bring their skills as clinical researchers to the world of public health. Graduates of our Masters of Healthcare Administration program will serve the changing landscape of healthcare and forge new and sustainable futures for those organizations. Our PhD graduates will become the next generation of public health scientists in the public and private sectors, and about half of them will go on to have academic careers. And graduates of our certificate programs have gained skills in focused areas of public health to complement their current careers and improve the health of our communities. Regardless of their degrees, our students are well positioned to shape a healthier future for all people. Our programs and research have evolved since 1944 to meet the current public health needs, but our focus and determination to protect and promote the health of all communities has never wavered. For you, our graduates, the future will bring extraordinary opportunities, from groundbreaking advances in technology to innovative approaches to prevention and care. But you will also step into a world marked by profound challenges, many of which are shaped by a shifting political landscape and ever-changing policy priorities. You will be called upon to respond to rising economic inequality and structural racism and their devastating effects on health. You'll confront the global health threats posed by a rapidly changing climate and face newly emerging and re-emerging infectious diseases. You'll navigate a growing epidemic of gun violence and injury, and you'll be part of the response to the ongoing crisis of drug overdose deaths, which continue to drive down life expectancy in our nation. And you'll work to reverse increases in maternal and infant mortality. These are not easy challenges, but I have unshakable faith in your ability to meet them with clarity, courage, and commitment. You are the future. You have the tools, the training, and the heart. We need you now more than ever. Speaking of courage and commitment, we'll now turn to our student speaker. It is my absolute pleasure to introduce Mary Kosuth, who will address the class of 2025. Please welcome Mary Kosuth, a doctoral researcher in environmental health sciences at the School of Public Health, where she studies microplastic pollution and human exposure through consumer products. Her work bridges method development, public education, and citizen science. A longtime educator and advocate, Mary also volunteers with the Coalition for Plastic Reduction to support policy changes in Minnesota. A 2023-24 doctoral dissertation fellow and regional 3-minute thesis competitor, she's passionate about environmental justice, systems change, and making science accessible to all. Let's welcome Mary.
Good evening, graduates, friends and family, faculty, staff, and alumni. I'm humbled and honored to be here tonight. These past 5 months have inspired me to compose a rather unconventional commencement speech. What I've written here is a love letter to my peers in public health. It's the kind of letter a conscripted soldier carries close to their heart as they reluctantly march into the unknown. It's a letter from home. It's meant to remind us of who we are. Per aspera in Latin means through struggle, through adversity. It's also the title of a poem by Samia Bashir, and the first line is, "Listen, we ain't all well." Does that resonate? Blink once for yes. Blink twice if you feel anxious afraid, and alone. In January, 2 days after the inauguration, my friend had a job offer from NIOSH rescinded. In February, another friend studying environmental pollutants for the USDA found out in an email sent at 1:41 a.m. that her position had been eliminated. She said in a text, "It kills me to leave my projects unfinished." Yet another friend, hired by the FDA to work remotely, said they might now have to report to the office. That office is in Washington, D.C., 1,100 miles from the home they just purchased. The rest of my friends in public health are students, focused on coursework and research and contingency plans. I spent 9 years developing expertise in an area of research only to discover in a leaked memo that the one word describing my whole discipline, microplastics, was banned by a prominent federal department. What does that even mean, to ban a word? It's erasure. My abstracts have been reduced to a game of charades. We're grieving. This is grief. My mother has Alzheimer's, so I've been studying grief for years, and I've come to learn that it is directly proportional to love. Many of us feel a profound sadness because our passions and capacity for deep caring brought us to this work in the first place. We care about science, the application of knowledge, and the people we serve. It's hard for me to express how much I love my work. It's exciting and challenging and fills me with purpose. Some days I have to suppress an urge to skip to my lab because I'm just so happy I found my forever home. And I don't own a single achievement. Each one is shared with the people on this stage who believed in me. I have this crushing debt of gratitude that I want to repay with decades of service. But now, due to current circumstances, I feel like many of us in public health are being launched into the stratosphere without a parachute or instructions about how to survive the impact. So the question is, how do we spend these precious moments in free fall? Do we seize up, petrified? Or do we assemble an arsenal of talents, knowledge, and skills to stand up and fight for the things we care about? I believe there are 3 elements that we must reconnect with in a hurry. They're gifts we've always possessed. We just haven't taken them out lately to marvel at their raw power. These gifts will not only see us through these difficult times, they can also guide us to new and magnificent ways of living. The first gift is dreams. Our work in public health focuses on identifying and fixing problems. We frame our research in terms of known or potential harm. Sarah Jacket Ray studies climate anxiety and calls this the scare to care model, where fear drives behavior and policy change. Believe me, I know it well. To my friends, I'm the harbinger of bad news. They're like, "Can you not bum us out tonight with your research? We're just trying to have a good time." But what if we took a different approach and led with a bold vision of the world we want to live in? What if the centerpiece for human and environmental health wasn't a message about guilt and denial and regulation, but one about abundance and possibility? If we want to reframe our work in this way, we must articulate what we're working toward, our dreams. Because right now we're grappling with some formidable political influencers who may not fully value or even understand our mission. So we're constantly locked in this defensive stance. But what if we shifted our energy from reactive to proactive and just painted right over their scarcity mindset with our vibrant and audacious dreams? What if we spoke directly to their audiences and unified ourselves around a shared vision of health and flourishing? I challenge each of you to spend time describing your dream world, and I know what you're thinking. Who does she think she is, assigning homework at commencement? But trust me, this is an exercise worth doing. Shut off your news feed, clear your mind, open your heart, and write it down. And as you're doing this, if your dream does not stir something deep inside you, well, friends, you're not dreaming big enough. Do it again. Because real dreams don't come to you in sleep. Real dreams keep you up at night. Write them down. know them by heart, use them to excite and empower others, and keep yourself tethered to rebellious hope. The second gift is joy. Performance artist Alok Vaid-Menon reminds us that misery is the tool of the oppressor. So I'm here to tell you that regimes of fear are most effectively fought with armies of joy. Ready for your second writing prompt? What makes you happy? Maybe it's effusive laughter with friends, or a restorative nap, or creating art, or just going outside to experience fresh air and fluffy clouds in quiet reverie. Start seeing acts of joy as acts of resistance. Be playful, frolic, do a little shimmy in the elevator, belt out your favorite song in the stairwell, blow soap bubbles at the next personnel meeting. What's the worst that could happen? Someone might smile. Let your joy take up space, feed you, and propel you forward. Personally, I love making goofy faces at babies in the supermarket, but you find your thing. Just don't relinquish your joy. Let it be a beacon of light to those around you. A sly wink to passersby that says, defeat? I don't even know her. The third and final gift is community. We live in an atomized society that encourages isolation and disconnection. Our neighborhoods, our transportation, our kids' schools, even our phones separate and segregate us. But this is a dangerous time to be holed up alone. It can desensitize us to one another's suffering and prevent us from learning about one another's strength and resilience. It also keeps us from investing in collective interests and needs. But true intersectional community building must be cultivated with intention. And caring for those around you is not an act of charity. Charity travels in one direction. I'm suggesting something far more radical, an exchange. But that means you must be willing to be vulnerable and share yourself. This might be the hardest thing I'm asking you to do because there's inherent risk in being open to giving and receiving community love and care. Robin Wall Kimmerer calls this the web of reciprocity. She reminds us that interdependence isn't weakness, it's strength. Okay, last assignment is an in-class activity. Put your hand over your heart, turn to the person sitting next to you, look them in the eyes, and introduce yourself if you don't know them already. You can shake hands if that feels natural, but you must say to them, I have your back. You guys are so eager, you're just doing it, and you don't even get the full instructions. Wasn't that powerful? We just started something. I love this for us. Look, I know you might feel too busy for dreams, too exhausted for joy, or too inhibited for community building. If you're hesitating, just remember that bravery and fear may feel the same, but bravery is tied to action. Remember that courage is a practice. It gets easier with time. The University of Minnesota School of Public Health isn't a building or a classroom or a website. It's us, our values, our work. We are the beating heart of this institution. And yeah, this might be an inauspicious time to launch a career, but maybe we're simply being called to an unfathomable greatness. So let's all of us tonight step into our power, not as individuals, but as a rich, diverse, interdependent, collective force driven by compassion and love. That is who we are. Poet June Jordan says, "We are the ones we've been waiting for." Does that resonate? Per aspera means through struggle, but that's half the phrase. The full phrase is per aspera ad astra, which means through adversity to the stars. We may be plunging through the sky, burning through the atmosphere. Believe me, my heart is in my throat. But what if we're not free falling at all? What if we have agency? What if instead of tumbling helplessly toward doom, or actually all of us, flying. Thank you.
I'm delighted to welcome Dr. Michael Osterholm to the podium. A globally recognized leader in infectious disease research and public health, Dr. Osterholm is a Regents Professor, McKnight Presidential Endowed Chair, and Director of the Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy at the University of Minnesota. He has advised U.S. presidents, served as a National Science Envoy for Health Security, and is a member of the National Academy of Medicine and the Council on Foreign Relations. Author of more than 300 scientific publications and 2 New York Times bestsellers, his leadership has shaped public health from local response to global strategy. Please join me in welcoming Dr. Osterholm.
Thank you very much, Dean Pettigrew. I want to acknowledge Regent Hips, Vice Provost Lanyon. I also want to acknowledge the other Assistant and Associate Deans, past Dean John Finnegan, and past Interim Dean Tim Beebe. To the faculty and staff, the alumni, guests, proud parents and family, significant others, and last but not least, the incredible graduates of the class of 2025. Thank you. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and congratulate Mary on simply a remarkable speech. The only problem was I wanted to hear so much more from you. I was trying to figure out how I could get the dean to give you my time. Thank you, Mary, for sharing such a critical and wise perspective with your fellow graduates and for setting the table so well for my remarks. It's an honor to follow you. I was given an almost impossible task to share with you in a few short minutes words of wisdom. Thank you to my students from this past semester who have kindly shared their wisdom with me regarding what I should share with you. I've had the privilege of teaching at the School of Public Health now for 50 years. I experienced a lot in that time. I never forget that public health is among the noblest of all professions, steeped in achieving a healthier and safer world for all, regardless of race, gender, age, religion, sexual orientation, economic status, or partisan views. My love for public health and all it represents is a fire that burns very hot in my belly. And every day I know it's there. And just know that there's never a risk that the woodpile is going to run low for that fire. But now to the elephant in the room, the state of public health in 2025. And will any of you have a job? Well, some of my students actually urged me not to mention this topic in my address so as not to bring everyone down. Others firmly told me that I must cover it with honesty and direction. And where did I fall? I hope and I think somewhere in the middle. Let me start with the challenge. Please understand what I'm about to share with you is my attempt to call balls and strikes. I've worked for 2 Republican, 2 Democratic, and 1 independent wrestler governor in my almost 25 years at the Minnesota Department of Health. I've had formal roles in every U.S. presidential administration since Ronald Reagan. So please interpret my comments in that light. My work has and always will be nonpartisan. I can only describe the state of public health, both internationally and domestically, as in chaos and dangerous freefall. We have seen the destruction of one of the most consequential public health aid institutions in modern times, the U.S. Agency for International Development. It was literally destroyed overnight. Membership and support of WHO ended with great global public health consequence. We have watched critical federal agencies like the CDC, the NIH, and FDA experience the DOJ-related recklessness and disastrous machete-like cutting of funds and personnel. As we've watched in horror, federal funds for higher education research have disappeared into thin air. Vaccines are under attack in the clouds of disinformation. I could go on, but you already know this. Based on this balls and strikes assessment, you as newly minted public health professionals might feel like it's your only alternative is to crawl into a corner and ride out the next 4 years in a life-saving stupor. Well, I'm here to tell you, think again. Yes, we have unprecedented challenges. I'm reminded of Humpty Dumpty, the character in the well-known nursery rhyme. Humpty Dumpty sat in a wall. Humpty Dumpty had a great fall. All the king's horses and all the king's men couldn't put Humpty together again. Well, like Humpty, we will never put public health back together again like it was. The 50-year public health era I have lived through in history is going to be very different than what you will live through. We must now consider what the next 50-year era, your era, will look like. Let me share both painful and joyful examples of this very thing in my life. An involvement of all things the World Trade Center, which took almost a decade to build, but was destroyed within minutes during the September 11th attacks in 2001, before some of you were even born. One of my other titles is author, and in 1999, my co-author Mark Osterholm and I were writing an article for The New Yorker on the risk of bioterrorism in the U.S. We stood in the main lobby of the World Trade Center's Twin Towers. We realized how easy an aerosol-released bioattack in that space could expose and subsequently kill over 1 million people. Shortly after the attack on the Trade Center 1 towers, I visited the smoldering pile as a consultant for the Department of Health and Human Services several times in the weeks immediately after that attack. The death and destruction was so overwhelming, I could never imagine anything ever arising from the ashes of those 2 towers. Certainly not in my lifetime. But I was wrong. Today, One World Trade Tower, which is the main building of the old center, is now the tallest building in the Western Hemisphere, and it is stunningly beautiful. That single tower has come back even more magnificent than before, and with the respect and reverence of knowing the sacredness of that hallowed place. Well, graduates, I'm confident public health will come back in the next iteration bigger, more consequential, and much more appreciated for its goodness. People will know what a world with reduced public health capacity looks like and realize the immense benefits of public health practice that you have been trained to do, and it being so priceless. I'm certain of this. We just need to get through the next 3.5 years. Please stay the course until this recovery renaissance occurs. I promise you it will happen. We need you as the leaders of public health beginning yesterday. For me, it's easy to stay the course. All I have to do is watch the pictures of my 6 grandchildren on my electronic picture frame on my desk as their shots scroll through. Or stand in front of a class of incredibly talented graduate students, knowing that their future roles in public health deserve every ounce of support, energy, and creativity we faculty and working professionals can possibly muster. Don't get me wrong, we're in the most difficult time of my career, but the final cards of this chaos have not yet been played out. For example, most of the federal cuts and dismissals have occurred as a result of presidential directives. As of this past Friday, at least 160 lawsuits and fresh rulings have at least temporarily paused some of the administration's initiatives. This includes rulings related to budget freezes, employee dismissal, DOGE cuts, climate, and public health data. It's likely most of these rulings will be challenged by the administration all the way to the Supreme Court. But just know that not all is lost yet. In fact, I'm optimistic that we may have already seen the worst of the presidential order impact, and that things will improve in the public health funding arena in the months ahead. In the meantime, let's get creative. For some positions, even though they will be cut from federal and state payrolls, they will still be needed by the private sector. For example, food safety, occupational health, lead and community water supplies, vaccination health plans, promotion and support, overall health care delivery to those most in need but least able to afford, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. There is so much. You could join or even start your own consulting company. In the meantime, current public health professionals should help create support networks nationwide for new graduates and others who have lost their employment. One rising from the ashes example is happening right here at our University of Minnesota. At our Center for Infectious Disease Research and Policy, we are working with philanthropic support to stand up the new Vaccine Integrity Project, a national effort to address vaccine disinformation coming from this administration. Just this morning, the New York Times highlighted as one of the top efforts to save health and science. We can be so creative. So right now, what we need you to help us be creative in starting a revolution with public health, whether it be in any of the different areas that today will be represented on this stage. This is a time to run wild with your creativity and imagination. Do not be held back by our past 50 years. Dream what the next 50 years can and will be. Finally, let me close with maybe the most important message I share with you. A special heartfelt thanks to you for taking on the call of public health. You will be here to protect my grandkids long after I'm gone. I know they'll be in good hands. I've never had so many incredible, talented, and committed graduate students as I do this very day. We will get through this time together. And as times get tough, just remember our mantra in SIDREP. We will bend and we will bend, but we will not break. Godspeed.
Well, the time has come. Today is a significant turning point in the lives of our graduates and their families. Graduates, rather than marking an ending, commencement, as the word denotes, signals the beginning of the next stage in your life. You will take all you have learned in the classroom and in the field and from your professors and from one another, and use that new knowledge to make the world a healthier place. Again, we need you more than ever. I now invite Professor Joe Koopmeiners to the podium to present this year's candidates for degrees from the School of Public Health.
Thank you, Dean Pettigrew. It is now my pleasure to introduce the School of Public Health, Class of 2025. But before I begin, I would like to congratulate all of our graduates. We will begin with the inaugural class of our Bachelor's of Arts program. Maklit Zodeh. Kirsten Davis. Unodita Thapa. Jackie Schuster. Isabel Jensen. Madeline Allen. Hannah Rayrauer. Ella Mortensen. Tessa Jester. Laura Landini. Jude Moss. Emily Rowe. Samia Osman. Hannah Johnson. Kaylin Nesbitt. Shanaz Nurain. Emma Anderson. Jake Phillips. We will now recognize our Master of Healthcare Administration who completed the residential MHA program. Ryan Gall. Zachary Brousseau. Wesley Palmer, Jr. Austin James. Neha Nagaraj. Ifra Noor. Anna Hagel. Maddie Hildebrand. Cameron Barksdale. Morgan Guy. Connor Utzman. Alexa Oldenkamp. Aaliyah Dazell. Joseph Riley. Edie Newman. Ashley May. Lily Lamont. Krista Hill. Bratina Hack. Alyssa Nelson. Yahya Abdelhay. Surya Ramachandra. Carter Nielsen. Alec Castlenack. We will now recognize our Executive MHA program. John Yang. Luke Hamill. David Sun. Nolan Mulligan. Ramandeep Takhtar. Mario Gossel. Blake Craigness. Caleb Bentz. Brian Sick. Stida Lundak. Nathaniel Lexvold. Janelle Fleming. Katie Henches. Amy Nelson. Heather Nelson. John Stiliaris. Megan Davis. Soshenda Stevens. Jacqueline Brueggemann. Shannon Haywood. April Craig. Heather Mendoza. Michael Bard Henke. Liam Diaz. Maya Kofsky. Kirsten Ramirez. Sheridan Nygaard. Laura Mayarga Mejia. Haley Monique Harris. Olivia Poland. Claire Johnson. Madeline Kincher. Mary Lyon. Jaden Probst. Amy Lockley. Tao Mei Vang. Kang Sha Lu Zhang. Lily Yang. Chizuba Elenwo. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in environmental health. Sarah Bergman. Lauren Benning. Wando Ikeogu. Eliza Scholl. Dibaroti Kundu. Prapti Kuber. Nicole Sewell. Layla Bushagor. Madeline Lee. Grace Chiakowski. Akon Jill. Serena Handrick. Mohammed Salim Al-Masor. Saeed Ali Al-Mansour. Mohammed Dawas Al-Mansour. Yusuf Ghanan Al-Yami. Mohammed Al-Yasi. Sadia Khyber. Casey Stowe. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in epidemiology. Carissa Helvig. Taylor Ruzika. Morgan Mickelcabbage. Danielle Goldner. JC Hudson. Anundi Ganguly. Muazzam Yusuf. Riham Gayed. Aisha Damerji. Camelia Zhu. Isabel Brown. Sarah Michaels. Tatiana Galovich. Swathi Pagadala. Ivy Norman. Nathaniel Stadler. Gregory Jansen. Megan Hawkinson. Miriam Jepson. Omatola Haydanusi. Anna Ponick. Megan Inabnit. Udora Maduri. Emma Missling. Rama Abufor. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in maternal and child health. Autumn McGovern. Andrea Grandgent. Tia Joy Peterson. Ellen Jurek. Jessica Whiting. Kelly Gill. Emily Ryan McDowell. Anna Furness. Aaron Ervig. Sarah Vandenbergen. Grace Armin. Chinanunwa Elisle. Najma Dahir Abdullah. Ingrid Ramirez Martin. Bella Mualam. Claire Felter. Molly Ryan. Ashlyn Osborne. Yekaterina Ivanchuk. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in Public Health Administration and Policy. Catherine Stelter. Carmen Cho. Macy Trossel. Elizabeth All. We will now recognize our Executive Public Health Administration and Policy. Michael Patrick. Andy Wynn. Elizabeth Bowerman. Mackenzie Granger. Anna Fearman. Taylor Moore. Caitlin Freeman. Brenda Kajira. Mary Jane Adole. Kimmy DeRosa. Jeffrey Barrera. Sydney Strelo. Haley Fleckenstein. Olivia Burns. Lauren Calise Fox. Hannah Witt. Elise Theodore. Danleen Bracewell. Jennifer Lee. Sasha Zagalov. Natasha Bartz. Iman Shira. Nicholas Rethmeyer. Kale Yarbrough. Catherine Gonzalez. Rebecca Zarambinski. Nicole McDaniel. Aaron McHenry Wolf. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in Public Health Data Science. Jonathan Barnes. Brandon Payne. Emmanuel Chea. Lechen Shen. Olivia Plowman. Sulam Waldegorima. Kim Tao Lei. Michaela Carlson. Megan Devlin. Anne Hackman. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in Public Health Nutrition. Anna Horsch. Megan Lampright. Anna Kohlenhofer. Lauren Smits. Serenity Tony. Susanna Zhang. Adil Hassan. Huda Gos. Celeste Rodriguez. Atika Bashari. Caroline Wilcox. Jenny McGowan. Mariah Sabula. Sarah Wells. Abigail Gelano. Xander Romer. We will now recognize our Master of Public Health students specializing in public health practice. James Cook. Kenko Nkwovi. Jechiri Akambase. Rita Adaimi. Holly Black. Caitlin Brown. We will now recognize our Master of Science students, beginning with students specializing in biostatistics. Jiaying Dong. Sarah Leismer. Ying Lu. Suming Sun. We will now recognize our Master of Science students specializing in environmental health. Tewu Oremo. Foster Johnson. Nora bin Jumaya. Jessica Lapiro. Timothy Wynn. We will now recognize our Master of Science students specializing in health services, research, policy, and administration. Emily Hidalgo. Jorge Loyo Lopez. Omar Ali. We will now move to students receiving the Doctor of Philosophy degree. The highest honor in the School of Public Health. Earning a doctoral degree is a milestone achieved by less than 2% of the global population. It is a joy to honor our doctoral students today, to celebrate their achievement with you, their loved ones, to mark the end of this journey, and collectively look forward to all that they will do. We now welcome Ray Sao, who will be hooded by Assistant Professor Tianzhang Yang and Professor Weihua Guan. We now welcome Chloe Falke, who are receiving their PhD in biostatistics and will be hooded by me. We now welcome Michelle Lieberg, who is receiving their PhD in biostatistics and who will be hooded by Associate Professor Tom Murray and Professor Zhanghua Luo. We now welcome Zhozhou Huang, who is receiving their PhD in biostatistics and who will be hooded by Associate Professor Eric Locke. We now welcome Jack Matthias Wolf, who is receiving his PhD in biostatistics and who will be hooded by Professor David Vach and me. We now welcome Andrew Floater, who will be receiving his PhD in environmental health and who will be hooded by Professor Sylvia Balbo and Associate Professor Susan Arnold. We now welcome Mary Kosuth, who is receiving their PhD in environmental health and who will be hooded by Professor Matt Simsick. We now welcome Hamdi Adam, who is receiving her PhD in epidemiology and who will be hooded by Professor Ryan Demmer. We now welcome Sarah Bennis, who is receiving her PhD in epidemiology and who will be hooded by Professor Shalini Kulasingam. We now welcome Eileen Delahanty, who is receiving her PhD in epidemiology and who will be hooded by Professor Tracy Toomey. We now welcome Dominique Ireland, who is receiving her PhD in epidemiology and who will be hooded by Assistant Professor Kelly Searle. We now welcome Isabel Rickey, who is receiving her PhD in epidemiology and who will be hooded by Professor Ruby Wynn. We now welcome Tyler Bosey, who is receiving his PhD in Health Services Research Policy and Administration, and who will be hooded by Associate Professor Peter Huckfeld. Turn around. We now welcome Zhongbo Li, who is receiving his PhD in Health Services Research Policy and Administration, and who will be hooded by Associate Professor Eva Enns. We now welcome John Mulcahy, who is receiving his PhD in Health Services Research Policy and Administration, and who will be hooded by Associate Professor Hannah Naprash. We now welcome Christy Swanson, who is receiving her PhD in Health Services Research Policy and Administration, and who will be hooded by Professor Beth Vernig. Congratulations to the School of Public Health class of 2025. I now have the privilege of introducing Hope Nixon, MPH student in environmental health, and the current SPH Student Senate President, to lead our graduates in the Public Health Professionals Pledge.
One of our most treasured commencement traditions is the recitation of the Public Health Professional Pledge. This statement affirms our shared goal in promoting the health of population, and it unites us as a profession. Class of 2025, it has been a privilege to learn from and grow alongside you all throughout this past year, and a joy to be able to celebrate all of your hard work and major accomplishments to this very special occasion. It is an honor to lead you in the pledge, which is printed on page 27, the final page of your program. Graduates, please stand as you are able and repeat after me. As a public health professional, dedicated to enhancing the health status and well-being of individuals and communities. I pledge to hold the public interest and health of populations as my highest professional goals. Congratulations, School of Public Health, Class of 2025. Graduates, please be seated.
Next, I'd like to introduce Regent Douglas Hipsch to confer your degrees. Regent Hipsch is the Dean. It is my pleasure to present to you the 2025 graduates of the School of Public Health. Graduates, please rise and welcome Regent Hipsch.
Thank you, Dean Pettigrew. It is incredibly inspiring to be here today. On behalf of the University Board of Regents, I extend heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2025, and I'm excited to see the impact you will have on the future of health in this country and around the world. Thank you, Dean Pettigrew, for inviting me to be part of this momentous occasion for the School of Public Health and its graduates today. Upon the recommendation of the faculty, by the authority of the Board of Regents of the University of Minnesota, and with the completion of all remaining degree requirements, I now confer upon you the degrees for which you have qualified. Congratulations.
Graduates, you are soon to be official alumni of the School of Public Health. Our alumni family includes more than 12,000 living alumni and stretches across the globe. SPH alumni have become national health leaders, health system CEOs, state epidemiologists, and experts within the World Health Organization. They serve on the ground in communities across the country to increase well-being among all people. You join legions of dedicated professionals who share your commitment to make the world a healthier place, and I have no doubt that you too will make your mark. Here to deliver a message of welcome is Susan Leppke, President of the School of Public Health Alumni Society Board. Ms. Leppke received her Master of Public Health degree in Health Administration and Policy in 2007. She is the Senior Director of the Public Policy and Strategic Partnership for the Association for the Advancement of Blood and Biotherapies. Ms. Leppke is responsible for advocacy and public policy initiatives to improve patient access to transfusion medicine and biotherapies. Ms. Leppke has more than 15 years of experience in healthcare reimbursement, access to care policy and analysis, and stakeholder engagement. She has worked with a multitude of community partners, policymakers, and patients to focus on strategies to better improve patient lives. Please help me welcome Susan Leppke, and you may sit down.
Congratulations, class of 2025. Give it yourselves one more round of applause. I am Susan Leppke, a first-generation Nigerian American and a proud alumna of the School of Public Health. On behalf of the entire SPH Alumni Society, I offer you my heartfelt congratulations as the newest members of our vibrant community and ever-growing community. You have worked hard, you have sacrificed much, and today you cross a major threshold, not only in your personal journey, but in the evolving story of public health itself. The first degrees and certificates in public health were awarded by the University of Minnesota in 1935. 1935, you guys. So since 1982, the School of Public Health Alumni Society has served as a bridge between the students and alumni advancing excellence and equity in public health across communities and around the world. Today, you become part of that story, a community, as Dr. Pettigrew said, of over 12,000 alumni dedicated to making the world healthier, safer, and more just. But you've heard today from a lot of the speakers that you are graduating in a public health landscape that is incredibly complex. We're navigating a world that feels like it's changing faster than our systems can keep up. From climate change to mental health, from the erosion of trust in science to persistent structural inequities, the work ahead is challenging. And yet, there is one thing I know from my own experience, from my roots, and from my time here at the School of Public Health, and from working across multiple sectors and with many different communities, is this: you are exactly what this moment needs. Yes, the job market is shifting, the environment is changing, and traditional roles may feel a little uncertain, and to be honest, funding streams are tighter. But public health is everywhere, now, in tech, in education, in community design, in corporate sustainability, in policymaking, and even in the arts. Employers across sectors are realizing that public health isn't just a silo, it is a necessity. And your SPH training has equipped you with the interdisciplinary, equity-centered lens to lead in any of these fields or spaces. You're not just entering the workforce, you're entering a movement, one that is more aware, more urgent, and more open to innovation than ever before. Your creativity, resilience, and lived experience are not just assets, they are essential tools in reimagining public health for a new era and for the future. Audre Lorde, an American poet, civil rights activist, once said, "When I dare to be powerful, to use my strength in the service of my vision, then it becomes less and less important whether I'm afraid." You may feel unsure at times, and that's normal. But your vision, your voice, and your commitment to justice are powerful. Let that power guide you forward. And most importantly, you will be okay. Again, this institution has been around since 1935, and so many things have happened in the world since then. And you will be okay. You will find your way. You will build coalitions. You will lead breakthroughs, and you will serve with compassion. You will also find your support in your mentors, in your peers, your professors, and in the global network that the SPH community provides, who remember what it felt like to be where you are seated right now. Again, you join so many people across the globe who are carrying out public health's mission globally to improve health and well-being of populations and communities worldwide through excellence in research and education, and by advancing policies and practices that sustain health equity for all. It's the School of Public Health mission statement, and that is the mission you will bring forward. But know that we are here for you, whether you seek guidance, collaboration, or a simple word of encouragement. This alumni network is ready to walk with you. And as an alumni, there will be moments when you are going to be the one that's going to be holding open that door for the next generation. You might be a mentor, you might want to be a board leader, or simply someone that says, you belong here. The more you invest in your alumni community, the more you will enrich your journey, and the more you will get out of it. Just like your time as a student, the more you engage, the more you grow professionally and personally. So class of 2025, as you step into this new chapter, do so with courage, and curiosity. Lean into that discomfort, follow your values, and know that while the road may not be easy at times, you are never walking it alone. Together, we will build a stronger, more just, and more hopeful future. A future where health is a right, not a privilege, and every community has the opportunity to flourish. So congratulations, class of 2025. We can't wait to see the future you will build. Welcome to the School of Public Health Alumni Society.
Graduates, you have come to us from around the world with a rich diversity of life experiences. Be proud of your alma mater. Be proud of your own accomplishments, including the degree you have been awarded today. And work diligently to protect and promote health, be it dozens, hundreds, or thousands of lives at a time. Receiving an undergraduate or graduate degree is a testament to your talents, drive, and commitment to making a difference in the world. You couldn't be going into a more exciting and challenging field. I offer my sincere congratulations to the class of 2025 University of Minnesota School of Public Health graduates. Many thanks to the parents, partners, siblings, relatives, and friends who have supported their students along the way. We ask the guests to remain seated until our faculty and graduates have exited the auditorium. After this sessional, we will invite you to continue past the lobby onto the plaza to meet your graduates for a reception. Faculty, please rise and let's applaud our graduates one last time.